Hello and welcome to our news update. Today we bring you three important stories from South Sudan and the region. Firstly, a woman accused of witchcraft arrested in Bor. Secondly, fresh fighting in Tambura, Western Equatoria. Thirdly, we are going to talk about South Sudan on high alert after a new Ebola virus outbreak in Congo. Let's begin with the first top story, witchcraft arrested in Bor. Authorities in Bor town, the capital of Jonglei state, have detained a 45-year-old Ugandan woman accused of practicing witchcraft. The woman, who goes by the name Jennifer, was arrested at her home in Pariak, Buma. By the name Jennifer, she was arrested at her home in Pariak, Kulnyang Payam on Thursday. Police say they found unusual item believed to be connected to witchcraft rituals. Colonel Deng Nial Yuang, the police chief in Bor, confirmed that officers discovered 7 smoking pipes and other traditional material during the operation. He said all items were confiscated and Jennifer is now being held at the Bor Town police station. Investigations are still ongoing and she will later face court charges. Bor Mayor Jacob Ashek Mashar Ayuen Mawer visited the police station after the arrest. Speaking to the press, he made it clear that the government respects freedom of religion, but will not allow practice that could harm the community. He also urged the people of Bor to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities linked to witchcraft. This case has already sparked debate across Bor and surrounding communities. Many people are divided. Some see witchcraft as a threat, while others view it as a part of cultural tradition. Even though witchcraft is not a criminal offense under South Sudan national law, it is often seen as a danger to social order. For now, Jennifer remains in custody as her legal process continues. Our story 2, stop story, heavy fighting in Tambura. We have learned that there was a clash in Tambura. We moved to the Western Equatoria state where deadly clash broke out on Thursday between government troops and opposition forces. Witness in Tambura County reported that gunfire has been going on for 2 straight days, forcing many residents to flee their home. Some families were seen sheltering by the roadside, saying they would rather die there than return to the violence. The fighting came after months of tension following the removal of the SPLIO governor Alfred Futuyo Karaba earlier this year. Civil society groups now fear the conflict is becoming more ethnic in nature, which could worsen division in the state. Major General Philip Madu Tong, the police commissioner in Western Equator, condemned the clash, saying civilians are the one paying the highest price in a statement. According to the Network for Civil Society Organization in Western Equatoria, saying civilians are the one paying the highest price in a statement from Yambio. The group described the violence as untold suffering, displacement, and loss of life. They urged South Sudan Parliament to see the Tambura crisis not as a small local issue, but as a national security concern that requires immediate attention. Also, they criticized the state leadership for staying in Juba, the community, instead of moving quickly to protect the people in Tambura. The group called for more security forces and logistical support to be sent to the conflict area. Adding to the tension, there are reports that UN peacekeepers may have been disarmed in the area. Civil society leaders are now calling for transparent investigation to rebuild public trust. On the military side, SPLIO spokesperson Colonel Lampol Gabriel confirmed that opposition fighters attacked a government base in Nadiama, Payam. He claimed that 9 government soldiers, including a commander, were killed. The opposition say they are also captured weapons, including 13 AK-47 rifles, 2 PKM machine guns, and 1 RPG-7. One SPLO fighter was reported killed in that attack. Meanwhile, SSPDF spokesperson Major General Lu Reikong was unavailable for comment as he is currently out of the country. Civil society activist Edmund Yakani, who head the Community Empowerment for Progress organization, strongly condemned the use of force to resolve political disputes. He warned that the situation could lead to international investigation into possible crime against humanity if it is not contained quickly. For now, the people of Tambura continue to suffer, with families scattered and life disrupted by yet another round of fighting. Well, the story 3, South Sudan on alert over Ebola. Finally, health concerns are rising as South Sudan takes precaution against a deadly disease. Deadly disease outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. On Thursday, Congo declared a new Ebola outbreak in Kasai province. So far, 200 suspected cases have been reported with 15 deaths, including 4 elder workers. Tests confirm it is the Zaire strain, one of the deadliest form of virus. In response, South Sudan Minister of Health announced on Friday that border surveillance has been tightened, especially along areas connecting to Congo. Health team are working closely with the World Health Organization and other partners to prevent the disease from crossing into South Sudan. Officials are asking the public to stay alert. Anyone experiencing fever, vomiting, diarrhea, or unexplained bleeding should report to the nearest health facility immediately or call the national hotline at 6666. The minister also gave advice on safety measures. Avoid physical contact with people showing symptoms. Wash hands regularly with soap. Do not touch blood, vomit, or other body fluid of sick people. Avoid handling body of people suspected to have died from Ebola. Only trained healthy workers should manage such burials, they said. The outbreak in Congo is located in a remote region with poor infrastructure, which makes the response difficult. Still, South Sudanese authorities say they are committed to keep the public informed and prepared. Ebola is a viral hemorrhagic fever that affects humans and animals like bats and monkeys. It is spread through direct contact with body fluid or contaminated objects. Symptoms include fever, muscle pain, fatigue, headache, vomiting, diarrhea, and sometimes unexplained bleeding. The average fatality rate is around 50% for now, making it one of the world's deadliest infectious diseases. South Sudan has promised to give regular updates and to keep transparency in the fight to stop Ebola from entering the country. These are the top stories. A Witchcraft arrest sparking debate in Bor, renewed fighting pushing families out of Tambura, and a national alert after Congo declared an Ebola outbreak. South Sudan continued to face challenges on many fronts, social, political, and health-related, but awareness and public cooperation remain key in addressing them. Stay with us for more updates and thanks for watching. If you are new to this channel, I would like you to help me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.